Plymouth at 4 degrees Celsius, whilst Aberdeen sits at 7. Yes, you heard that correctly. The southwest colder than northeast Scotland. Is your area about to experience this temperature inversion as battleground weather continues across Britain? Right now, the Met Office has 3 yellow warnings in force, affecting over 15 million people across Northern Ireland, southwest England, and parts of Scotland. We've already seen persistent rainfall totaling 50 to 80 millimetres over the past week in the southwest, and tonight, another 30 millimetres is forecast. Drop your location in the comments right now, and I'll give you personalised updates in tomorrow's video, based on exactly what's happening in your area. Let me get straight to what's coming for the major cities. London, you are looking at 9 degrees today, dropping to 8 tomorrow with rain arriving late Friday evening. Manchester, currently 6 degrees, tomorrow 5 with a mix of rain and sleet over the Pennines. Birmingham sits at 7 today, 6 tomorrow with increasingly blustery conditions. Glasgow, you are at 5 degrees with persistent hill snow continuing across the higher ground. Cardiff faces 8 degrees today, but heavy rain returns tonight into Saturday morning. Belfast, you are the driest of the lot at 7 degrees, though that one to last beyond Friday afternoon. Here's what makes this fascinating. Arctic air sits just east across continental Europe, some areas at minus 20 degrees Celsius. Atlantic lows keep rolling in from the southwest with milder air. The UK sits right on this battleground. We're only 2 or 3 degrees away from snow instead of rain for many locations. The Met Office and ECMWF models show slightly different solutions for early next week, which matters enormously from the Midlands northwards. Across eastern Scotland, from Inverness to Edinburgh, you've got strong southeasterly winds, persistent rain at lower levels, snow above 300 metres. The Cairngorms and Grampians seeing accumulation. Northern England, from Newcastle to Sheffield, has that leading edge of milder air meeting cold. Snow this morning above 100 metres, rising through the day. Higher Pennines still seeing wet snow above 400 metres. The Midlands sits in transition, mostly rain today, 7 to 8 degrees, but an easterly flow develops Monday. Southern England, from Brighton to Exeter, firmly in milder air, 9 to 10 degrees, though driving rain with 50km/h gusts feels miserable. Wales, particularly South Wales around Cardiff and Swansea, faces heavy rain tonight. Ground saturated, genuine flooding risk. Snow above 500 metres on Brecon Beacons. Northern Ireland has the best of it today. Belfast and Derry seeing cloud breaks, 7 degrees. The next system arrives Friday afternoon. The Met Office model shows Atlantic lows dominating into early next week, keeping areas mild but unsettled. 5 to 9 degrees rain rather than snow. However, ECMWF brings cold air 50 to 80 kilometres further west. If that verifies, Birmingham northwards could see temperatures struggling to reach 2 to 3 degrees Tuesday, with higher snow chances. Places like Stoke, Derby, Sheffield potentially seeing wet snow. The Met Office UKV model shows interesting details for Monday and Tuesday, picking up the easterly flow more than global models, showing moderate snow possible across Midlands and Wales. Tomorrow's runs should clarify this. Early February brings a potential pattern change. Around the 7th to 9th, a blocking high over Greenland looks likely. This deflects Atlantic lows, forcing winds from northeast or east, straight from Scandinavia or Russia. That could mean proper cold for everyone, not just Scottish mountains. ECMWF ensemble members, 60 to 70%, show temperatures well below average 8th to 12th February. Some runs show -5 to -10 across Scotland, 0 to -3 across England. The key isn't just temperature, it's longevity. Some runs suggest 5 to 7 days of cold, potentially the most significant spell this winter. Now, we thought this week would be very cold, and it wasn't. Atlantic proved stronger, so I am not overhyping this, but it's the most likely scenario currently. GFS broadly agrees, showing Greenland blocking and northeasterlies. Similar setup to late February 2018. Not predicting a repeat, but pattern similarities exist. Friday specifics. Northern Scotland, Inverness and Aberdeen, persistent rain and hill snow, strong winds, 4 to 5 degrees, clearing Friday evening. Edinburgh and Glasgow similar, 5 to 6 degrees, rain and hill snow, improvement Saturday afternoon. Newcastle, Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool in the battle zone. Rain, some Pennine sleet, 5 to 7 degrees, strong winds making it feel like 2 to 3. Sheffield, Birmingham, Leicester, 6 to 8 degrees with rain Friday, more showery Friday evening. Saturday afternoon brings brighter spells. London, Oxford, Cambridge, Norwich, 8 to 9 degrees. Grey and damp Friday, possible afternoon brightness before next system arrives late. Saturday morning wet, clearing to showers, 10 degrees southeast. Bristol, Southampton, Brighton, Portsmouth, 9 to 10 degrees Friday. Best chance of afternoon brightness. Friday evening, though, another low brings heavy rain, gusty winds to 70 kilometres per hour. Plymouth, Exeter, Penzance, rough night Friday. Met Office yellow warning 6 p.m. Friday to midday Saturday. 30 to 50 millimetres expected. Flooding risk on saturated Dartmoor and Exmoor. Cardiff, Swansea, heavy rain from 7 p.m. Friday through Saturday morning. 20 to 30 millimetres generally. 40 to 50 on Brecon Beacons, and Snowdonia with snow above 500 metres. Belfast and Derry relatively dry Friday afternoon, 7 degrees. Rain arrives evening. Saturday improves with brightness possible. Scottish Islands, Orkney, Shetland, Hebrides in colder northeasterly flow all weekend. 3 to 5 degrees, frequent sleet and snow showers, wind chill making it feel -1 to -2. Channel Islands 11 to 12 degrees Friday, very wet and windy Friday evening, improving Saturday. Isle of Wight similar to South Coast, 10 degrees Friday, heavy rain evening, improving Saturday afternoon. Saturday looks like our best day in a while, starts wet south and east, clears morning. Saturday afternoon from Northern Ireland across western Scotland, northwest England, Wales and southwest brings genuine brightness, maybe sunshine. 6 to 10 degrees, lighter winds. Not beautiful, but compared to recent weather, almost pleasant. Sunday brings cloud, showery rain from west, nothing organised. 7 to 10 degrees, widely fairly typical late January. Monday begins that potential pattern change, more easterly wind component. Met Office shows 6 to 8 degrees England and Wales, 4 to 6 Scotland. Easterly winds in winter feel different than westerlies at same temperature. Tuesday, if European model correct, temperatures really struggle across Midlands and Northern England. 3 to 5 degrees widely, snow level drops considerably. Monday and Tuesday still 5 to 6 days away, uncertainty remains. Tomorrow S runs crucial. Midlands, Northern England, Scotland. Check back tomorrow because forecast could shift significantly. My main concern next week is compounding problems. Saturated ground from rain, then cold transition. Standing water freezes, icy conditions develop widely Tuesday night into Wednesday. Gridding lorries busy, but easterlies catch out eastern counties less used to this weather. One detail for travellers next week. Cross Pennine routes, M62, A66, always vulnerable in easterlies. If colder push Tuesday happens, these could see tricky conditions with sleet and snow. Watch forecast if planning Pennine crossings early week. We re-experiencing classic late January UK weather. Coldest period statistically, late December through mid-February. Jet stream quite mobile, not locked in one pattern. That's why rapid changes occur, battleground scenarios where one day mild and wet, next threatening cold and snowy. Actually, let me clarify those longer range February forecasts. I am not sensationalizing. Models remarkably consistent for a week, showing this pattern change. That S unusual. Often models flip-flop beyond 5 days. This Greenland blocking signal persists. That gives more confidence than usual something happens. However, details uncertain. How cold? How long? Does snow reach lowlands or stay on hills? Can't answer definitively yet. But ingredients there for potentially significant cold spell. Whether ingredients combine exactly right, that S, what we'll watch coming days. Current North Sea temperatures 6 to 8 degrees, fairly typical late January. Cold enough that easterly winds won to modify much crossing water. East coast locations Scarborough to Dover would feel full force of continental air. Western areas somewhat sheltered, though even western Scotland eventually affected if easterlies persist several days. Something positive though, approaching February, mid to late February sees noticeable daylight increase, sun getting higher daily. Even if early February cold spell happens, by mid-February sun has enough strength to feel more pleasant daytime. Not there yet, but getting closer. For comments asking about early spring, afraid answer probably not. Current signals suggest February quite cold overall, colder than January. January 2026 on track for one of warmest Januaries on record for southern England parts, some locations seeing record-breaking highs. February looks set to balance that with below average temperatures, especially first half month. Practical planning. This weekend, Saturday best bet for outdoor tasks. Sunday isn't terrible, but Saturday afternoon offers best conditions in a week. Southwest, avoid Friday evening travel. Heavy rain showers causing surface water, poor visibility, unpleasant driving. Next week, watch Monday and Tuesday. If flexibility exists, Wednesday onwards might be better once we navigated easterly flow. Scotland, particularly eastern areas, few more grim days ahead. Been relentless recently, not much respite until perhaps weekend. Tomorrow is 12 UTC runs crucial for Monday-Tuesday forecast. Better clarity on whether easterly really develops, how far west cold air gets. Drop location in comments now. I'll check specific model data for your area, give personalized update tomorrow's video. Ensemble data for early February shows widespread possible outcomes, but cold solutions outnumber mild 2-1. Significant signal. Doesn't he guarantee cold? Suggests more likely than not. Tomorrow I'll watch whether ratio improves towards cold or mild solutions creep back. Tomorrow, S-Video deep dives specific model differences, Monday, Tuesday. I'll show exactly where Met Office and European models disagree, what that means for different UK parts. Latest ensemble data for early February cold spell, even more refined by then. Next video up around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning with overnight runs and early updates. Not subscribed? Hit subscribe because daily updates make difference when weather changing this quickly. Rain today could be snow tomorrow. Want to know early as possible. Genuinely interested hearing from you how weather affects you. Southwest dealing with more flooding. Scotland fed up with persistent rain and wind. Hoping for snow, disappointed it keeps missing. Drop comment, let me know location and experience. Helps me tailor forecasts to what you care about. Thanks for watching. Stay warm, stay dry. See you tomorrow morning with latest model updates and hopefully better clarity on next